Hey guys, tonight we begin with a gentle journey through the timeless wisdom of Proverbs and some soothing psalms. You'll drift off to ancient words of guidance and peace that have brought rest to countless hearts over the centuries. But before you get too comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what time it is for you. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us from around the world. Now, let's get started. We begin tonight with the Book of Proverbs, followed by selections from the Book of Psalms. Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear, and will increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not forsake the law of your mother, for they will be a graceful wreath on your head, and chains about your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, "Come with us," let us lie in wait for blood. Let us lurk secretly for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them alive like Sheol and whole like those who go down into the pit. We will find all precious possessions. We will fill our houses with spoil. Cast in your lot among us. We will all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Keep your foot from their path. For their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, but they lie in wait for their own blood, they lurk secretly for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone who is greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. Wisdom cries aloud in the street. She utters her voice in the open squares. She cries in the chief concourses, at the openings of the gates in the city. She utters her words, saying, "How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?" And scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge. Turn at my rebuke. Surely I will pour out my spirit on you. I will make known my words to you. Because I have called and you refused. I have stretched out my hand and no one regarded. Because you have ignored all my counsel and would have none of my rebuke. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your terror comes like a storm, and your destruction comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. Then they will call on me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me. Because they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord, they would have none of my counsel. They despised all my rebuke. Therefore they will eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple will slay them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will dwell safely, and will be secure, without fear of evil. Proverbs 2. My son, if you will receive my words and hide my commandments with you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, if you cry after knowledge, and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver, and search for her as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God, for the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He lays up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a shield to those who walk uprightly. He guards the paths of justice and preserves the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice, and equity, and every good path. When wisdom enters into your heart, and knowledge is pleasant to your soul, discretion will preserve you, understanding will keep you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil, and delight in the perversity of the wicked, whose paths are crooked, and who are perverse in their ways, to deliver you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words, who forsakes the companion of her youth, and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house leads down to death, and her paths to the dead. None who go to her return again, nor do they take hold of the paths of life. so you may walk in the way of good men, and keep the paths of the righteous. For the upright will dwell in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the earth, and the unfaithful will be uprooted from it. Proverbs 3. My son, do not forget my law, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace will they add to you. Let not mercy and truth forsake you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart, so you will find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. It will be health to your body, and marrow to your bones. Honor the Lord with your possessions, and with the first fruits of all your increase. So your barns will be filled with plenty, and your presses will overflow with new wine. My son, do not despise the chastening of the Lord, nor be weary of his correction, for whom the Lord loves he corrects, even as a father the son in whom he delights. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who gains understanding. For her proceeds are better than the proceeds of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy are all who retain her. The Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the depths were broken up, and the clouds dropped down the dew. My son, let them not depart from your eyes. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so they will be life to your soul, and grace to your neck. Then you will walk safely in your way, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down you will not be afraid. Yes, you will lie down, and your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden terror, nor of the desolation of the wicked when it comes. For the Lord will be your confidence, and will keep your foot from being caught. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in the power of your hand to do it. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I will give it when you have it with you. Do not devise evil against your neighbor, for he dwells by you in security. Do not strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm. Do not envy the oppressor, and choose none of his ways, for the perverse is an abomination to the Lord, but his secret counsel is with the upright. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the habitation of the righteous. Surely he scorns the scorners, but he gives grace to the humble. The wise will inherit glory, but shame will be the promotion of fools. Proverbs 4. Hear, my children, the instruction of a father, and give attention to know understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Do not forsake my law. For I was my father's son, tender, and the only one in the sight of my mother. He taught me and said to me, let your heart retain my words. Keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget, nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all your getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will give your head a graceful ornament, a crown of glory. She will deliver to you. Hear, my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life will be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in right paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hindered, and when you run, you will not stumble. Take firm hold of instruction. Do not let go. Keep her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of evil men. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it, and pass away. For they do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is like the shining sun, that shines ever brighter to the perfect day. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, give attention to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Do not let them depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from you a perverse mouth, and put perverse lips far from you. Let your eyes look directly forward, and let your eyelids look straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established. Do not turn to the right or to the left. Remove your foot from evil. Proverbs 5. My son, give attention to my wisdom. Incline your ear to my understanding, that you may observe discretion, and that your lips may keep knowledge. For the lips of an immoral woman drip honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold of Sheol. Lest you ponder the path of life, her ways are unstable, and you do not know it. Now therefore listen to me, my children. Do not depart from the words of my mouth. Remove your way far from her, and do not come near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the cruel one, lest strangers be filled with your wealth, and your labors be in the house of a foreigner, and you mourn at the last, when your flesh and your body are consumed, and say, How I have hated instruction, and my heart despised rebuke. I have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to those who instructed me. I was almost in all evil in the midst of the assembly and congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, and running water from your own well. Should your fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of water in the streets, let them be only your own, and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of your youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant doe. Let her breasts satisfy you at all times, and always be ravished with her love. For why should you, my son, be ravished by an immoral woman, and embrace the bosom of a foreigner? For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. His own iniquities entrap the wicked man, and he is caught in the cords of his sin. He will die for lack of instruction, and in the greatness of his folly he will go astray. Now, from the Book of Psalms, Psalm 1. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the path of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He will be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth its fruit in its season, whose leaf also will not wither, and whatever he does will prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the ungodly will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly will perish. Psalm 3. Lord, how many are my adversaries? Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who say of my soul, There is no help for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory and the lifter of my head. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me from his holy hill. I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you have struck all my enemies on the cheekbone. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongs to the Lord, your blessing is upon your people. Psalm 4. Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy on me, and hear my prayer. O sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? How long will you love futility, and seek after falsehood? But know that the Lord has set apart for himself him who is godly. The Lord will hear when I call to him. Be angry, and do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed, and be still. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in the Lord. There are many who say, Who will show us any good? Lord, lift up the light of your countenance upon us. You have put gladness in my heart, more than in the season that their grain and their new wine increased. I will both lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. Proverbs 6. My son, if you have become surety for your friend, if you have shaken your hand for a stranger, you are snared with the words of your mouth. You are caught with the words of your mouth. Do this now, my son, and deliver yourself. When you have come into the hand of your friend, go, humble yourself, and plead with your friend. Give no sleep to your eyes, nor slumber to your eyelids. Deliver yourself like a gazelle from the hand of the hunter, and like a bird from the hand of the fowler. Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise. She has no guide, overseer, or ruler, yet she prepares her food in the summer, and gathers her provision in the harvest. How long will you sleep, O sluggard? When will you arise from your sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, so your poverty will come like a robber, and your need like an armed man. A worthless person, a wicked man, walks with a perverse mouth. He winks with his eyes, he signals with his feet, he points with his fingers. Perversity is in his heart. He continually devises evil. He sows discord. Therefore his calamity will come suddenly. Suddenly he will be broken without remedy. These 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that are swift in running to mischief, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brothers. My son, keep your father's command and forsake not your mother's teaching. Bind them continually upon your heart. Tie them around your neck. When you go, it will lead you. When you sleep, it will keep you. And when you awake, it will speak with you. For the command is a lamp, and the teaching is a light, and the reproofs of instruction are the way of life, to keep you from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of a strange woman. Do not lust after her beauty in your heart, nor let her take you with her eyelids. For because of a harlot, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulteress hunts for the precious life. Can a man take fire in his bosom, and his clothes not be burned? Can one walk on hot coals, and his feet not be burned? So he who goes into his neighbour's wife, whoever touches her will not be innocent. Men do not despise a thief if he steals to satisfy his soul when he is hungry. But if he is found, he must restore 7-fold. He must give all the substance of his house. But whoever commits adultery with a woman lacks understanding. He who does it destroys his own soul. He will find wounds and dishonour, and his disgrace will not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. Therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, nor will he be content, though you give many gifts. Proverbs 7. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live, and my teaching is the apple of your eye. Bind them upon your fingers, write them upon the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister. And call understanding your kinswoman, that they may keep you from the strange woman, from the foreigner who flatters with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and saw among the simple ones, I perceived among the youths, a young man void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house, in the twilight, in the evening of the day, in the middle of the night, and in the dark. And behold, a woman met him, with the attire of a harlot and a crafty heart. She is loud and stubborn, her feet do not remain in her house. Now she is in the street, now in the squares, and she lies in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face she said to him, I have peace offerings with me, today I have paid my vows. Therefore I came out to meet you diligently to seek your face, and I have found you. I have adorned my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen from Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until morning. Let us delight ourselves with caresses. For my husband is not at home. He has gone on a long journey. He has taken a bag of money with him. He will come home at the full moon. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattery of her lips, she forced him. He went after her immediately, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, until a dart strikes through his liver, as a bird hastens to the snare, and does not know that it is for his life. Now therefore, listen to me, my sons, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths, for she has cast down many wounded. Yes, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. Proverbs 8. Does not wisdom cry out? and understanding lift up her voice. She stands on the top of high places by the way, where the paths meet. She cries out by the gates at the entry of the city, at the entrance of the doors. To you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O you simple ones, understand prudence, and you fools, be of an understanding heart. Listen, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips will be right things. For my mouth will speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing crooked or perverse in them. They are all plain to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things you may desire are not to be compared with it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride and arrogance, and the evil way, and the perverse mouth I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasuries. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, before the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills, I was brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, or the fields, or the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep. When he established the clouds above. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep. When he gave to the sea its boundary, so that the waters would not transgress his command. When he marked out the foundations of the earth. Then I was beside him, as a master craftsman, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore listen to me, O you children, for blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, and do not refuse it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors, for whoever finds me finds life, and obtains favour from the Lord. But he who sins against me wrongs his own soul. All those who hate me love death. Proverbs 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her 7 pillars. She has killed her beasts. She has mingled her wine. She has also furnished her table. She has sent out her maidens. She cries out from the highest places of the city. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. As for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, Come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake foolishness and live, and go in the way of understanding. He who corrects a mocker gets shame for himself, and he who rebukes a wicked man gets himself a blot. Do not rebuke a mocker, lest he hate you. Rebuke a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For by me your days will be multiplied, and the years of your life will be increased. If you are wise for yourself. But if you scoff, you alone will bear it. A foolish woman is loud. She is simple and knows nothing. For she sits at the door of her house, on a seat by the high places of the city, to call to those who pass by, who go straight on their ways. Whoever is simple, let him turn in here. And as for him who lacks understanding, she says to him, Stolen waters are sweet, and bread eaten in secret is pleasant. But he does not know that the dead are there, and that her guests are in the depths of hell. Proverbs 10. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the grief of his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord will not allow the soul of the righteous to famish, but he casts away the desire of the wicked. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a wise son, but he who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool will fall. He who walks in integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will be known. He who winks with the eye causes sorrow, and a prating fool will fall. The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. In the lips of him who has understanding wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him who is void of understanding. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, the destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous leads to life, the wages of the wicked lead to sin. He who keeps instruction is in the way of life, but he who refuses reproof errs. He who hides hatred with lying lips, and he who utters slander is a fool. In the multitude of words sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, the heart of the wicked is of little value. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. It is like sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding has wisdom. The fear of the wicked, it will come upon him, but the desire of the righteous will be granted. As the whirlwind passes, so the wicked is no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to those who send him. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked will be shortened. The hope of the righteous will be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction will be to the workers of iniquity. The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speaks perversity. Proverbs 11. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride comes, then comes shame, but with the humble is wisdom. The integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the treacherous will destroy them. Riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. The righteousness of the blameless will direct his way, but the wicked will fall by his own wickedness. The righteousness of the upright will deliver them, but the treacherous will be caught by their own desires. When a wicked man dies, his expectation will perish, and the hope of the unjust will perish. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked comes in his place. A hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor, but through knowledge the righteous will be delivered. When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He who despises his neighbor lacks wisdom, but a man of understanding holds his peace. The talebearer reveals secrets, but he who is of a faithful spirit conceals the matter. Where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He who is surety for a stranger will suffer for it, but he who hates suretyship is secure. A gracious woman retains honor, and strong men retain riches. The merciful man does good for his own soul, but he who is cruel troubles his own flesh. The wicked works a deceitful work, but he who sows righteousness will have a sure reward. As righteousness leads to life, so he who pursues evil pursues it to his own death. Those who are of a perverse heart are an abomination to the Lord, but those who are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked will not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous will be delivered. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman who is without discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is one who scatters, yet increases more, and there is one who withholds more than is right, but it leads to poverty. The generous soul will be made rich, and he who waters will also be watered himself. He who withholds grain, the people will curse him, but blessing will be on the head of him who sells it. He who diligently seeks good seeks favor, but he who searches for evil, it will come to him. He who trusts in his riches will fall, but the righteous will flourish like a green leaf. He who troubles his own house will inherit the wind, and the fool will be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who wins souls is wise. If the righteous are recompensed on the earth, how much more the wicked and the sinner? Proverbs 12. Whoever loves instruction loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is brutish. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but a man of wicked devices he will condemn. A man will not be established by wickedness, but the root of the righteous will not be moved. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. The thoughts of the righteous are right, but the counsels of the wicked are deceitful. The words of the wicked lie in wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright will deliver them. The wicked are overthrown, and are no more, but the house of the righteous will stand. A man will be commended according to his wisdom, but he who is of a perverse heart will be despised. He who is despised and has a servant is better than he who honors himself and lacks bread. A righteous man regards the life of his animal, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. He who tills his land will be satisfied with bread, but he who follows worthless pursuits is void of understanding. The wicked desires the net of evil men, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the righteous comes out of trouble. A man will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the recompense of a man's hands will be rendered to him. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he who listens to counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is known at once, but a prudent man conceals shame. He who speaks truth declares righteousness, but a false witness deceit. There is one who speaks like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. The lip of truth will be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy. No harm will happen to the righteous, but the wicked will be filled with evil. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims foolishness. The hand of the diligent will rule, but the slothful will be put to forced labor. Heaviness in the heart of man makes it stoop, but a good word makes it glad. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces them. The slothful man does not roast his game, but the substance of a diligent man is precious. In the way of righteousness is life, and in its pathway there is no death. Proverbs 13. A wise son hears his father's instruction, but a scorner does not listen to rebuke. A man will eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the treacherous will eat violence. He who guards his mouth guards his life, but he who opens wide his lips will have destruction. The soul of the sluggard desires and has nothing, but the soul of the diligent will be made rich. A righteous man hates lying, but a wicked man is loathsome and comes to shame. Righteousness guards him who is upright in the way, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. There is one who makes himself rich, yet has nothing, and there is one who makes himself poor, yet has great riches. The ransom of a man's life is his riches, but the poor hears no rebuke. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked will be put out. Only by pride comes contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom. Wealth gained by dishonesty will dwindle, but he who gathers by labor will increase. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when the desire comes, it is a tree of life. Whoever despises the word will be destroyed, but he who fears the commandment will be rewarded. The law of the wise is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. Good understanding gives favor, but the way of the treacherous is hard. Every prudent man acts with knowledge, but a fool lays open his folly. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a faithful ambassador brings health. Poverty and shame will come to him who refuses instruction, but he who heeds rebuke will be honored. The desire accomplished is sweet to the soul, but it is an abomination to fools to depart from evil. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but a companion of fools will be destroyed. Evil pursues sinners, but to the righteous good will be repaid. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. Much food is in the tillage of the poor, but there is that which is destroyed for lack of justice. He who spares his rod hates his son, but he who loves him diligently chastens him. The righteous eats to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked will be in want. Proverbs 14. Every wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. He who walks in his uprightness fears the Lord, but he who is perverse in his ways despises him. In the mouth of the fool is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise preserve them. Where no oxen are, the manger is clean, but much increase comes by the strength of the ox. A faithful witness will not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. A scorner seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge is easy to him who has understanding. Go from the presence of a foolish man when you do not perceive in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor. The heart knows its own bitterness, and a stranger does not share in its joy. The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. There is a way which seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Even in laughter the heart is sorrowful, and the end of mirth is heaviness. The backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways, and a good man will be satisfied from himself. The simple believes every word, but the prudent man considers his steps. A wise man fears and departs from evil, but the fool rages and is confident. He who is soon angry deals foolishly, and a man of wicked devices is hated. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. The evil bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The poor is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he. Do they not err who devise evil? But mercy and truth will be to those who devise good. In all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips leads only to poverty. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the folly of fools is foolishness. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaks lies. In the fear of the Lord is strong confidence, and his children will have a place of refuge. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. In the multitude of people is the king's honor, but in the lack of people is the ruin of the prince. He who is slow to wrath has great understanding, but he who is hasty in spirit exalts folly. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy is the rottenness of the bones. He who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker, but he who has mercy on the needy honors him. The wicked is driven away in his wickedness, but the righteous has hope in his death. Wisdom rests in the heart of him who has understanding, but that which is in the midst of fools is made known. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him who causes shame. Proverbs 15. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge rightly, but the mouth of fools pours out foolishness. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness in it breaks the spirit. The fool despises his father's instruction, but he who heeds reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the fool does not so. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves him who follows after righteousness. Correction is grievous to him who forsakes the way, and he who hates reproof will die. Hell and destruction are before the Lord, how much more than the hearts of the children of men. A scorner does not love one who reproves him, nor will he go to the wise. A joyful heart makes a cheerful countenance, but by sorrow of heart the spirit is broken. The heart of him who has understanding seeks knowledge, but the mouth of fools feeds on foolishness. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he who has a merry heart has a continual feast. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble with it. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is, than a fattened ox and hatred with it. A wrathful man stirs up strife, but he who is slow to anger appeases strife. The way of the slothful man is like a hedge of thorns, but the way of the upright is made plain. A wise son makes a father glad, but a foolish man despises his mother. Folly is joy to him who is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walks uprightly. Without counsel purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors they are established. A man has joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good it is! The way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. The Lord will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord, but the words of the pure are pleasant words. He who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes will live. The heart of the righteous meditates on what to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pours out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. The light of the eyes rejoices the heart, and a good report makes the bones fat. The ear that hears the reproof of life will abide among the wise. He who refuses instruction despises his own soul, but he who heeds reproof gets understanding. The fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. Proverbs 16. The preparations of the heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of a man are clean in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirits. Commit your works to the Lord, and your thoughts will be established. The Lord has made all things for himself, yes, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone who is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Be assured he will not go unpunished. By mercy and truth iniquity is atoned for, and by the fear of the Lord men depart from evil. When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Better is a little with righteousness than great revenues without right. A man's heart plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. A divine sentence is in the lips of the king. His mouth does not transgress in judgment. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work. It is an abomination for kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him who speaks right. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it. In the light of the king's face is life, and his favor is as a cloud of the latter rain. How much better it is to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is to be chosen rather than silver. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He who keeps his way preserves his soul. Pride goes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Better it is to be of a humble spirit with the lowly, than to divide the spoil with the proud. He who heeds the word will find good, and he who trusts in the Lord, happy is he. The wise in heart will be called discerning, and sweetness of the lips increases learning. Understanding is a fountain of life to him who has it, but the instruction of fools is folly. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth and adds learning to his lips. Pleasant words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and health to the bones. There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. He who labours for himself, for his mouth craves it. A worthless man digs up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire. A perverse man sows strife, and a whisperer separates chief friends. A violent man entices his neighbour and leads him into the way that is not good. He shuts his eyes to devise perverse things. Moving his lips he brings evil to pass. The grey head is a crown of glory if it is found in the way of righteousness. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. Proverbs 17. Better is a dry morsel with quietness than a house full of feasting with strife. A wise servant will rule over a son who causes shame, and will share in the inheritance among the brothers. The refining pot is for silver, and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the heart. An evildoer gives heed to wicked lips, and a liar gives ear to a mischievous tongue. He who mocks the poor reproaches his Maker, and he who is glad at calamities will not go unpunished. Children's children are the crown of old men, and the glory of children is their fathers. Excellent speech is not fitting for a fool, much less are lying lips for a prince. A bribe is a precious stone in the eyes of him who has it. Wherever he turns, he prospers. He who covers a transgression seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates friends. A rebuke enters deeper into a wise man than 100 stripes into a fool. An evil man seeks only rebellion, therefore a cruel messenger will be sent against him. Let a bear robbed of her cubs meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. Whoever rewards evil for good, evil will not depart from his house. The beginning of strife is like releasing water, therefore stop contention before it overflows. He who justifies the wicked, and he who condemns the just, both of them alike are an abomination to the Lord. Why is there a price in the hand of a fool to get wisdom, seeing he has no heart for it? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. A man void of understanding strikes hands and becomes security for his neighbor. He who loves transgression loves strife, and he who makes his gate high seeks destruction. He who has a perverse heart finds no good, and he who has a devious tongue falls into trouble. He who begets a fool does so to his sorrow, and the father of a fool has no joy. A merry heart does good like a medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. A wicked man takes a bribe out of the bosom to pervert the ways of justice. Wisdom is before the face of him who has understanding, but the eyes of a fool are on the ends of the earth. A foolish son is a grief to his father, and bitterness to her who bore him. To punish the just is not good, nor to strike princes for equity. He who has knowledge spares his words, and a man of understanding is of a calm spirit. Even a fool, when he holds his peace, is counted wise, and he who shuts his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. Proverbs 18. Through desire a man, having separated himself, seeks and intermeddles with all wisdom. A fool has no delight in understanding, but only that his heart may discover itself. When the wicked comes, then comes also contempt, and with ignominy reproach. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook. It is not good to accept the person of the wicked, to overthrow the righteous in judgment. A fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calls for strokes. A fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. The words of a whisperer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. He also who is slack in his work is brother to him who is a great waster. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runs into it and is safe. The rich man's wealth is his strong city, and as a high wall in his own imagination. Before destruction the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. He who answers a matter before he hears it, it is folly and shame to him. The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? The heart of the prudent gets knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. A man's gift makes room for him, and brings him before great men. He who is first in his own cause seems just, but his neighbor comes and searches him. The lot causes contentions to cease, and parts between the mighty. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle. A man's belly will be filled with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips he will be satisfied. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Whoever finds a wife finds a good thing, and obtains favor from the Lord. The poor uses entreaties, but the rich answers roughly. A man who has friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs 19. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than he who is perverse in his lips and is a fool. Also that the soul be without knowledge is not good, and he who hastens with his feet sins. The foolishness of man perverts his way, and his heart frets against the Lord. Wealth makes many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbour. A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who speaks lies will not escape. Many will entreat the favour of the prince, and every man is a friend to him who gives gifts. All the brothers of the poor hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He pursues them with words, yet they are gone. He who gets wisdom loves his own soul. He who keeps understanding will find good. A false witness will not go unpunished, and he who speaks lies will perish. Luxury is not fitting for a fool, much less for a servant to rule over princes. The discretion of a man defers his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. The king's wrath is as the roaring of a lion, but his favour is as dew on the grass. A foolish son is the calamity of his father, and the contentions of a wife are a continual dripping. House and riches are the inheritance of fathers, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Slothfulness casts into a deep sleep, and an idle soul will suffer hunger. He who keeps the commandment keeps his own soul, but he who despises his ways will die. He who has pity on the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his good deed. Discipline your son while there is hope, and do not let your soul spare for his crying. A man of great wrath will suffer punishment, for if you rescue him, you will have to do it again. Listen to counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your latter end. There are many plans in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of the Lord that will stand. The desire of a man is his kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. The fear of the Lord leads to life, and he who has it will abide in satisfaction. He will not be visited with evil. A lazy man buries his hand in the dish, and will not so much as bring it to his mouth again. Strike a scoffer, and the simple will beware, and reprove one who has understanding, and he will understand knowledge. He who wastes his father and chases away his mother is a son who causes shame and brings reproach. Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that causes you to err from the words of knowledge. A worthless witness scorns justice, and the mouth of the wicked devours iniquity. Judgments are prepared for scoffers, and stripes for the backs of fools. Proverbs 20. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. The terror of a king is as the roaring of a lion. Whoever provokes him to anger sins against his own soul. It is an honour for a man to cease from strife, but every fool will be meddling. The sluggard will not plough by reason of the cold. Therefore he will beg in harvest and have nothing. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Most men will proclaim every man his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man? The righteous man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. A king who sits on the throne of judgment scatters away all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from my sin? Diverse weights and diverse measures, both of them alike are an abomination to the Lord. Even a child is known by his deeds, whether his work is pure and whether it is right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made even both of them. Do not love sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you will be satisfied with bread. It is bad, says the buyer. But when he has gone his way, then he boasts. There is gold and a multitude of rubies, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Take his garment who is surety for a stranger, and hold him in pledge who is surety for a foreign woman. Bread gained by deceit is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth will be filled with gravel. Every purpose is established by counsel, and with good advice make war. He who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets. Therefore do not associate with him who flatters with his lips. Whoever curses his father or his mother, his lamp will be put out in deep darkness. An inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Do not say, I will recompense evil. Wait on the Lord, and he will save you. Diverse weights are an abomination to the Lord, and a false balance is not good. A man's steps are from the Lord. How then can a man understand his own way? It is a snare for a man to devour that which is holy, and after vows to make inquiry. A wise king scatters the wicked, and brings the threshing wheel over them. The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all the innermost parts of the belly. Mercy and truth preserve the king, and his throne is upheld by mercy. The glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the grey head. The blueness of a wound cleanses away evil, and stripes the innermost parts of the belly. Proverbs 21. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Like the rivers of water, he turns it wherever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the hearts. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. A high look and a proud heart, and the ploughing of the wicked is sin. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes surely to poverty. The getting of treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapour for those who seek death. The violence of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do justice. The way of a guilty man is perverse, but the work of the pure is right. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbour finds no favour in his eyes. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise, and when the wise is instructed, he receives knowledge. The righteous one wisely considers the house of the wicked, casting the wicked down to ruin. Whoever stops his ears at the cry of the poor, he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard. A gift in secret pacifies anger, and a bribe in the bosom strong wrath. It is joy to the just to do justice, but ruin to the workers of iniquity. The man who wanders out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. He who loves pleasure shall be a poor man. He who loves wine and oil shall not be rich. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous, and the transgressor for the upright. It is better to dwell in the wilderness than with a contentious and angry woman. There is desirable treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man spends it up. He who follows after righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and casts down the strength of its confidence. Whoever keeps his mouth and his tongue keeps his soul from troubles. Proud and haughty scorner is his name, who acts in the arrogance of pride. The desire of the sluggard kills him, for his hands refuse to labor. All the day long he craves and craves, but the righteous gives and does not hold back. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination. How much more when he brings it with a wicked mind? A false witness shall perish, but the man who hears speaks truth. A wicked man hardens his face, but as for the upright, he directs his way. There is no wisdom nor understanding nor counsel against the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory is of the Lord. Proverbs 22. A good name is more desirable than great riches, and loving favour rather than silver and gold. The rich and the poor meet together, the Lord is the maker of them all. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honour and life. Thorns and snares are in the way of the perverse. He who keeps his soul shall be far from them. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He who sows iniquity shall reap trouble, and the rod of his anger shall fail. He who has a generous eye shall be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scorner, and contention will go out. Yes, strife and shame will cease. He who loves purity of heart, for the grace of his lips, the king shall be his friend. The eyes of the Lord preserve knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the transgressor. The sluggard says, "There is a lion outside. I shall be slain in the streets." The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He who is abhorred by the Lord shall fall into it. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. He who oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he who gives to the rich, shall surely come to poverty. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. For it is a pleasant thing if you keep them within you. They shall be fitted together upon your lips. so that your trust may be in the Lord. I have made them known to you today, even to you. Have I not written to you excellent things in counsels and knowledge, that I might make you know the certainty of the words of truth, that you may answer the words of truth to those who send to you? Do not rob the poor because he is poor, nor oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause and plunder the soul of those who plunder them. Do not make friends with an angry man, and do not go with a furious man, lest you learn his ways and get a snare to your soul. Do not be one of those who give pledges, or of those who are sureties for debts. If you have nothing with which to pay, why should he take away your bed from under you? Do not remove the ancient landmark which your fathers have set. Do you see a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before obscure men. Proverbs 23. When you sit to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before you, and put a knife to your throat if you are a man given to appetite. Do not desire his delicacies, for they are deceitful food. Do not labor to be rich, cease from your own wisdom. Will you set your eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Do not eat the bread of him who has an evil eye, nor desire his delicacies, for as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, he says to you, but his heart is not with you. The morsel which you have eaten you shall vomit up, and lose your sweet words. Do not speak in the hearing of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of your words. Do not remove the ancient landmark, nor enter the fields of the fatherless, for their Redeemer is mighty. He will plead their cause against you. Apply your heart to instruction, and your ears to the words of knowledge. Do not withhold correction from a child, for if you beat him with a rod, he will not die. You shall beat him with a rod, and shall deliver his soul from hell. My son, if your heart is wise, my heart will rejoice, even mine. Yes, my soul will rejoice when your lips speak right things. Do not let your heart envy sinners, but be zealous for the fear of the Lord all the day long. For surely there is an end, and your expectation shall not be cut off. Hear, my son, and be wise, and guide your heart in the way. Do not be among wine-bibbers, among gluttonous eaters of meat, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. Listen to your father who begot you, and do not despise your mother when she is old. Buy the truth, and do not sell it, also wisdom and instruction and understanding. The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he who begets a wise child shall have joy of him. Your father and your mother shall be glad, and she who bore you shall rejoice. My son, give me your heart, and let your eyes observe my ways. For a harlot is a deep ditch, and a strange woman is a narrow pit. She also lies in wait as for a prey, and increases the transgressors among men. Who has woe? Who has sorrow? Who has contentions? Who has complaints? Who has wounds without cause? Who has redness of eyes? Those who tarry long at the wine. Those who go to seek mixed wine. Do not look upon the wine when it is red, when it sparkles in the cup, when it goes down smoothly. At the last it bites like a serpent, and stings like an adder. Your eyes shall behold strange women, and your heart shall utter perverse things. Yes, you shall be as he who lies down in the midst of the sea, or as he who lies on the top of a mast. They have struck me, you will say, but I was not hurt. They have beaten me, but I did not feel it. When shall I awake? I will seek it again. Proverbs 24. Do not be envious of evil men, nor desire to be with them, for their heart devises violence, and their lips speak mischief. Through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established, and by knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. A wise man is strong. Yes, a man of knowledge increases strength, for by wise counsel you shall make your war, and in a multitude of counselors there is safety. Wisdom is too high for a fool. He does not open his mouth in the gate. He who devises to do evil shall be called a mischief maker. The thought of foolishness is sin, and the scorner is an abomination to men. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. If you hold back from delivering those who are drawn toward death, and those who are ready to be slain, if you say, "Indeed, we did not know this," does not he who weighs the hearts consider it? And he who keeps your soul, does he not know it? And will he not render to every man according to his works? My son, eat honey, because it is good. And the honeycomb which is sweet to your taste, so shall the knowledge of wisdom be to your soul when you have found it. Then there will be a reward, and your expectation shall not be cut off. Do not lie in wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Do not plunder his resting place. For a just man falls 7 times and rises again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles, lest the Lord see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Do not fret yourself because of evildoers, nor be envious of the wicked, for there will be no reward for the evil man. The lamp of the wicked will be put out. My son, fear the Lord and the king, and do not associate with those who are given to change, for their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knows the ruin of them both? These things also belong to the wise. It is not good to have respect of persons in judgment. He who says to the wicked, "You are righteous," him the people shall curse, nations shall abhor him. But to those who rebuke him shall be delight, and a good blessing shall come upon them. He who gives a right answer kisses the lips. Prepare your work outside, and make it fit for yourself in the field, and afterward build your house. Do not be a witness against your neighbor without cause, or deceive with your lips. Do not say, "As he has done to me, so will I do to him. I will render to the man according to his work." I went by the field of the sluggard, and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding, and behold, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered its face, and its stone wall was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well. I looked and received instruction. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, so shall your poverty come as a robber, and your want as an armed man. Proverbs 25. These are also Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah king of Judah copied. It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter. The heaven for height, and the earth for depth, and the heart of kings is unsearchable. Take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the refiner. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness. Do not put yourself forward in the presence of the king, and do not stand in the place of great men, for better it is that it be said to you, "Come up here," than that you should be put lower in the presence of the prince whom your eyes have seen. Do not go forth hastily to strive, lest you know not what to do in the end thereof, when your neighbour has put you to shame. Debate your cause with your neighbour himself, and do not disclose a secret to another, lest he who hears it put you to shame, and your infamy not depart. A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold in settings of silver. Like an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover to an obedient ear. Like the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the soul of his masters. Whoever boasts of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. By long forbearing is a prince persuaded, and a soft tongue breaks the bone. Have you found honey? Eat only as much as you need, lest you be filled with it and vomit it. Let your foot be seldom in your neighbour's house, lest he be weary of you and hate you. A man who bears false witness against his neighbour is like a war club, a sword, and a sharp arrow. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint. As he who takes away a garment in cold weather, and as vinegar upon soda, so is he who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink, for you shall heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward you. The north wind brings forth rain, and a backbiting tongue an angry countenance. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Like a city that is broken down and without walls, so is a man who has no control over his spirit. Proverbs 26. As snow in summer, and as rain in harvest, so honour is not fitting for a fool. As a wandering bird, as a flying swallow, so the curse without cause shall not come. A whip for the horse, a bridle for the donkey, and a rod for the fool's back. Do not answer a fool according to his folly, lest you also be like him. Answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own eyes. He who sends a message by the hand of a fool cuts off his own feet and drinks damage. The legs of the lame are not equal, so is a parable in the mouth of fools. As he who binds a stone in a sling, so is he who gives honor to a fool. As a thorn that goes up into the hand of a drunkard, so is a parable in the mouth of fools. The great God who formed all things rewards the fool, and rewards transgressors. As a dog returns to his vomit, so a fool returns to his folly. Do you see a man wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him. The sluggard says, "There is a lion in the road, a lion is in the streets." As the door turns on its hinges, so does the sluggard on his bed. The sluggard buries his hand in the dish. It wearies him to bring it again to his mouth. The sluggard is wiser in his own eyes than 7 men who can answer discreetly. He who passes by and meddles in a quarrel not his own is like one who takes a dog by the ears. As a madman who casts firebrands, arrows, and death, so is the man who deceives his neighbor and says, "Am I not just playing?" Where there is no wood, the fire goes out, and where there is no talebearer, the strife ceases. As coals are to burning coals and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. The words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. Burning lips and a wicked heart are like a potsherd covered with silver dross. He who hates dissembles with his lips and lays up deceit within him. When he speaks kindly, do not believe him, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Though his hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be revealed before the whole congregation. Whoever digs a pit shall fall into it, and he who rolls a stone, it will return upon him. A lying tongue hates those who are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth works ruin. Proverbs 27. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring forth. Let another praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips. A stone is heavy, and sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than both. Wrath is cruel, and anger is overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? Open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. The full soul loathes a honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet. As a bird that wanders from her nest, so is a man who wanders from his place. Ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so does the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. Do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend, neither go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. For better is a neighbor who is near than a brother far off. My son, be wise and make my heart glad, that I may answer him who reproaches me. A prudent man foresees the evil and hides himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Take his garment who is surety for a stranger, and hold him in pledge who is surety for a strange woman. He who blesses his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it will be counted a curse to him. A continual dropping in a very rainy day, and a contentious woman are alike. Whoever hides her hides the wind, and the ointment of his right hand betrays itself. Iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. Whoever keeps the fig tree shall eat its fruit, so he who waits on his master shall be honored. As in water face answers to face, so the heart of man to man. Sheol and Abaddon are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. As the refining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise. Though you grind a fool in a mortar with a pestle among crushed grain, yet his folly will not depart from him. Be diligent to know the state of your flocks, and look well to your herds, for riches are not forever, nor does a crown endure to all generations. The hay appears, and the tender grass shows itself, and the herbs of the mountains are gathered. The lambs are for your clothing, and the goats are the price of the field. And you shall have goat's milk enough for your food, for the food of your household, and for the maintenance for your maidens. Proverbs 28. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. For the transgression of a land, many are its princes, but by a man of understanding and knowledge, the state thereof shall be prolonged. A poor man who oppresses the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaves no food. Those who forsake the law praise the wicked, but those who keep the law contend with them. Evil men do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand all things. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than he who is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Whoever keeps the law is a wise son, but he who is a companion of gluttons shames his father. He who increases his possessions by usury and unjust gain gathers it for him who will pity the poor. He who turns away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Whoever causes the upright to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit, but the upright shall inherit good. The rich man is wise in his own eyes, but the poor who has understanding searches him out. When the righteous rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, men hide themselves. He who covers his sins shall not prosper, but whoever confesses and forsakes them shall have mercy. Happy is the man who fears always, but he who hardens his heart shall fall into mischief. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. A prince who lacks understanding is a great oppressor, but he who hates covetousness shall prolong his days. A man who is burdened with the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stop him. Whoever walks uprightly shall be saved, but he who is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. He who tills his land shall have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless persons shall have poverty enough. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he who makes haste to be rich shall not be innocent. To have respect of persons is not good. For a piece of bread a man will transgress. He who has an evil eye hastens to be rich, and does not consider that poverty will come upon him. He who rebukes a man afterward shall find more favor than he who flatters with the tongue. Whoever robs his father or his mother and says, "It is no transgression," is the companion of a destroyer. He who is of a proud heart stirs up strife, but he who trusts in the Lord shall be made fat. He who trusts in his own heart is a fool, but whoever walks wisely shall be delivered. He who gives to the poor shall not lack, but he who hides his eyes shall have many a curse. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. Proverbs 29. He who is often rebuked and hardens his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people mourn. Whoever loves wisdom rejoices his father, but he who keeps company with harlots wastes his substance. The king by justice establishes the land, but he who receives gifts overthrows it. A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. In the transgression of an evil man there is a snare, but the righteous sings and rejoices. The righteous considers the cause of the poor, but the wicked does not understand knowledge. Scornful men set a city in a blaze, but wise men turn away wrath. If a wise man contends with a foolish man, whether he rages or laughs, there is no rest. Bloodthirsty men hate the upright, but the just seek his soul. A fool utters all his mind, but a wise man keeps it in until afterward. If a ruler listens to lies, all his servants are wicked. The poor and the oppressor meet together. The Lord enlightens the eyes of both. The king who judges the poor with truth, his throne shall be established forever. The rod and rebuke give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings his mother to shame. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases, but the righteous shall see their fall. Correct your son, and he will give you rest. Yes, he will give delight to your soul. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he who keeps the law, happy is he. A servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understands, he will not answer. Do you see a man who is hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. He who delicately brings up his servant from a child shall have him become his heir at the last. An angry man stirs up strife, and a furious man abounds in transgression. A man's pride shall bring him low, but he who is of a humble spirit shall obtain honor. Whoever is partner with a thief hates his own soul. He hears the oath and says nothing. The fear of man brings a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment comes from the Lord. An unjust man is an abomination to the righteous, and he who is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. Proverbs 30. The words of Agur the son of Jukkal, the oracle. The man said to Ithiel and Ucal, Surely I am more brutish than any man, and have not the understanding of a man. I neither learned wisdom, nor have the knowledge of the Holy One. Who has ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who has gathered the wind in his fists? Who has bound the waters in a garment? Who has established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if you can tell? Every word of God is pure. He is a shield to those who put their trust in him. Do not add to his words, lest he reprove you, and you be found a liar. 2 things I have requested of you. Deny them not to me before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny you and say, Who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal, and take the name of my God in vain. Do not accuse a servant to his master, lest he curse you, and you be found guilty. There is a generation that curses their father, and does not bless their mother. There is a generation that is pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. The leech has 2 daughters, crying, Give, give. There are 3 things that are never satisfied, yes, 4 things that never say enough. The grave and the barren womb, the earth that is not satisfied with water, and the fire that never says enough. The eye that mocks his father and despises to obey his mother. The ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagles shall eat it. There are 3 things that are too wonderful for me. Yes, 4 that I do not understand. The way of an eagle in the air, the way of a serpent on a rock, the way of a ship in the midst of the sea, and the way of a man with a maiden. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eats and wipes her mouth and says, I have done no wickedness. For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigns, and a fool when he is full of food. For an odious woman when she is married, and a maidservant who is heir to her mistress. There are 4 things which are little on the earth, but they are exceedingly wise. The ants are a people not strong, yet they prepare their food in the summer. The rock badgers are but a feeble folk, yet they make their houses in the rocks. The locusts have no king, yet they go forth all of them by bands. The lizard takes hold with her hands, and is in kings' palaces. There are 3 things which go well. Yes, 4 that are stately in stride. A lion, which is mighty among beasts and turns not away for any. A greyhound, and a he-goat, and a king against whom there is no rising up. If you have done foolishly in lifting up yourself, or if you have thought evil, lay your hand upon your mouth. Surely the churning of milk brings forth butter, and the wringing of the nose brings forth blood. So the forcing of wrath brings forth strife. Proverbs 31. The words of King Lemuel, the oracle that his mother taught him. What, my son? And what son of my womb? And what son of my vows? Do not give your strength to women, nor your ways to that which destroys kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink, lest they drink and forget the law, and pervert the judgment of any of the afflicted. Give strong drink to him who is ready to perish, and wine to those who are of heavy hearts. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open your mouth for the mute, in the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open your mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband safely trusts in her, so that he will have no need of spoil. She will do him good, and not evil, all the days of her life. She seeks wool and flax, and works willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant's ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it is yet night, and provides food for her household, and a portion for her maidens. She considers a field, and buys it. With the fruit of her hands she plants a vineyard. She girds her loins with strength and makes her arms strong. She perceives that her merchandise is good. Her lamp does not go out by night. She lays her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. She stretches out her hand to the poor. Yes, she reaches forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She makes for herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and delivers sashes to the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looks well to the ways of her household, and eats not the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but you excel them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looks well to the ways of her household, and eats not the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but you excel them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. The Book of Psalms. Psalm 3. Lord, how many are my foes? Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter of my head. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you have struck all my enemies on the cheekbone. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessing is upon your people. Psalm 4. Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. You have enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me, and hear my prayer. O you sons of men, how long will you turn my glory into shame? How long will you love vanity and seek after lies? But know that the Lord has set apart the godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call to him. Be angry and do not sin. Meditate within your heart on your bed and be still. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in the Lord. Many say, who will show us any good? Lord, lift up the light of your countenance upon us. You have put more gladness in my heart than in the time that their grain and their new wine increased. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for you, Lord, alone make me dwell in safety. Psalm 5. Give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my meditation. Listen to the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for to you I will pray. My voice you shall hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning I will direct my prayer to you and will look up, for you are not a God who takes pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with you. The boastful shall not stand in your sight. You hate all workers of iniquity. You shall destroy those who speak lies. The Lord abhors the bloodthirsty and deceitful man. But as for me, I will come into your house in the multitude of your mercy. In your fear I will worship toward your holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness, because of my enemies. Make your way straight before my face, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is utter destruction. Their throat is an open tomb. They flatter with their tongue. Declare them guilty, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against you. But let all those who put their trust in you rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because you defend them. Let those who love your name be joyful in you. For you, Lord, will bless the righteous with favor. You will surround him as with a shield. Psalm 11. In the Lord I put my trust. How can you say to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may shoot secretly at the upright in heart. If the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids test the children of men. The Lord tests the righteous, but the wicked and the one who loves violence his soul hates. Upon the wicked he will rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a burning wind. This shall be the portion of their cup. For the Lord is righteous, he loves righteousness. His countenance beholds the upright. Psalm 16. Preserve me, O God, for in you I put my trust. O my soul, you have said to the Lord, you are my Lord. My goodness is nothing apart from you. As for the saints who are on the earth, they are the excellent ones, in whom is all my delight. Their sorrows shall be multiplied, who hastened after another god. Their drink offerings of blood I will not offer, nor take up their names upon my lips. The Lord is the portion of my inheritance, and of my cup. You maintain my lot. The lines have fallen to me in pleasant places. Yes, I have a good inheritance. I will bless the Lord who has given me counsel. My heart also instructs me in the night seasons. I have set the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoices. My flesh also will rest in hope. For you will not leave my soul in hell, nor will you allow your Holy One to see corruption. You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yes, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though an army may encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war may rise against me, in this I will be confident. One thing I have desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret place of his tabernacle he shall hide me. He shall set me high upon a rock. And now my head shall be lifted up above my enemies all around me. Therefore I will offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yes, I will sing praises to the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice, have mercy also upon me, and answer me. When you said, seek my face, my heart said to you, your face, Lord, will I seek. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn your servant away in anger. You have been my help. Do not leave me, nor forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Teach me your way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. Do not deliver me over to the will of my enemies. For false witnesses have risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I would have fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait on the Lord. Psalm 29. Give to the Lord, O you mighty ones. Give to the Lord glory and strength. Give to the Lord the glory due his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord is over many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. Yes, the Lord breaks the cedars of Lebanon. He makes them also to skip like a calf, Lebanon and Syrian like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord divides the flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness. The Lord shakes the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord makes the deer to calve and strips the forests bare. And in his temple everyone says, Glory. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord sits enthroned as King forever. The Lord will give strength to his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace. Psalm 34. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul shall make its boast in the Lord. The humble shall hear and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked to him, and were radiant, and their faces were not ashamed. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him, and saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and delivers them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in him. O fear the Lord, you his saints, for there is no want to those who fear him. The young lions lack and suffer hunger, but those who seek the Lord shall not lack any good thing. Come, you children, listen to me, I will teach you the fear of the Lord. What man is he who desires life and loves many days, that he may see good? Keep your tongue from evil, and your lips from speaking deceit. Depart from evil, and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their cry. The face of the Lord is against those who do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and the Lord hears, and delivers them out of all their troubles. The Lord is near to those who have a broken heart, and saves such as have a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. He keeps all his bones, not one of them is broken. Evil shall slay the wicked, and those who hate the righteous shall be condemned. The Lord redeems the soul of his servants, and none of those who trust in him shall be condemned. Psalm 36. Your mercy, O Lord, is in the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches to the clouds. Your righteousness is like the great mountains. Your judgments are a great deep. O Lord, you preserve man and beast. How excellent is your loving kindness, O God! Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of your wings. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of your house, and you shall make them drink of the river of your pleasures, for with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light, and continue your loving kindness to those who know you, and your righteousness to the upright in heart. Let not the foot of pride come against me, and let not the hand of the wicked remove me. There the workers of iniquity have fallen. They are cast down, and shall not be able to rise. Psalm 37. Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be envious of the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and feed on his faithfulness. Delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. He shall bring forth your righteousness as the light, and your justice as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who brings wicked schemes to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Do not fret, it only causes harm. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those who wait on the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Indeed, you will diligently look for his place, but it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plots against the righteous, and gnashes at him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he sees that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as are of upright conduct. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. The Lord knows the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall vanish, into smoke they shall vanish away. The wicked borrows and does not repay, but the righteous shows mercy and gives. For those blessed by him shall inherit the earth, but those cursed by him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his descendants begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lends, and his descendants are blessed. Depart from evil and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loves justice, and does not forsake his saints. They are preserved forever, but the descendants of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell in it forever. The mouth of the righteous speaks wisdom, and his tongue talks of justice. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watches the righteous and seeks to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt you to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, you shall see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and indeed he was no more. Yes, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the blameless man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is from the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble, and the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked, and save them because they trust in him. Psalm 40. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me, and heard my cry. He also brought me up out of a horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my steps. He has put a new song in my mouth. Praise to our God, many shall see it, and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. Blessed is that man who makes the Lord his trust, and does not respect the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. Many, O Lord my God, are your wonderful works which you have done, and your thoughts toward us. They cannot be recounted to you in order. If I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. Sacrifice and offering you did not desire. My ears you have opened. Burnt offering and sin offering you have not required. Then I said, Here I am, in the scroll of the book it is written of me. I delight to do your will, O my God. Yes, your law is within my heart. I have proclaimed righteousness in the great assembly. Indeed, I have not restrained my lips, O Lord. You know, I have not hidden your righteousness within my heart. I have declared your faithfulness and your salvation. I have not concealed your loving kindness and your truth from the great assembly. Do not withhold your tender mercies from me, O Lord. Let your loving kindness and your truth continually preserve me. For evils have surrounded me. Until they are numberless, my iniquities have overtaken me, so that I am not able to see. They are more than the hairs of my head, therefore my heart fails me. Be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me. O Lord, make haste to help me. Let them be ashamed and confounded together who seek after my soul to destroy it. Let them be driven backward and put to shame who wish me evil. Let them be desolate and rewarded with shame, who say to me, Aha, aha. Let all those who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. Let such as love your salvation say continually, The Lord be magnified. But I am poor and needy, yet the Lord thinks upon me. You are my help and my deliverer. Do not delay, O my God. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her, she shall not be moved. God shall help her, and that right early. The nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Come, behold the works of the Lord, who has made desolations in the earth. He makes wars to cease to the end of the earth. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariots in the fire. Be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Psalm 55. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and do not hide yourself from my supplication. Attend to me and hear me. I am restless in my complaint and moan because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they bring trouble upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is severely pained within me, and the terrors of death have fallen upon me. Fearfulness and trembling have come upon me, and horror has overwhelmed me. And I said, "Oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then I would fly away and be at rest. Indeed, I would wander far off, and remain in the wilderness. I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it on its walls, and iniquity and trouble are in its midst. Wickedness is in its midst. Fraud and deceit do not depart from its streets. For it was not an enemy who reproached me. Then I could have borne it. Nor was it he who hated me, who magnified himself against me. Then I would have hidden myself from him. But it was you, a man, my equal, my guide and my familiar friend. We took sweet counsel together, and walked to the house of God in company. Let death seize them. Let them go down alive into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord will save me. Evening and morning, and at noon, I will pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He has delivered my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many with me. God shall hear, and afflict them, even he who abides of old. Because they do not change, therefore they do not fear God. He has put forth his hands against those who were at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Cast your burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved, but you, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloodthirsty and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in you. Psalm 62. Truly my soul waits upon God, from him comes my salvation. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense, I shall not be greatly moved. How long will you attack a man? You shall be slain, all of you, like a leaning wall and a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his high position. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. My soul wait only upon God, for my expectation is from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense, I shall not be moved. In God is my salvation and my glory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in God. Trust in him at all times, you people. Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. In the balances they are lighter than vanity itself. Do not trust in oppression, nor become vain in robbery. If riches increase, do not set your heart upon them. God has spoken once, twice, I have heard this. That power belongs to God, also to you, O Lord, belongs mercy. For you render to every man according to his work. Psalm 63. O God, you are my God, early will I seek you. My soul thirsts for you, my flesh faints for you in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water. So I have looked for you in the sanctuary, to see your power and your glory. Because your loving kindness is better than life, my lips shall praise you. Thus will I bless you while I live. I will lift up my hands in your name. My soul shall be satisfied, as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise you with joyful lips when I remember you upon my bed, and meditate on you in the night watches, because you have been my help. Therefore in the shadow of your wings I will rejoice. My soul clings to you, your right hand upholds me, but those who seek my soul, to destroy it, shall go into the lower parts of the earth. They shall fall by the sword, they shall be a portion for foxes, but the king shall rejoice in God. Everyone who swears by him shall glory, but the mouth of those who speak lies shall be stopped. Psalm 71. In you, O Lord, I put my trust. Let me never be put to shame. Deliver me in your righteousness, and cause me to escape. Incline your ear to me and save me. Be my strong habitation, to which I may continually resort. You have given a commandment to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, O my God, out of the hand of the wicked. out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. For you are my hope, O Lord God. You are my trust from my youth. By you have I been sustained from birth. You are he who took me out of my mother's womb. My praise shall be continually of you. I am as a wonder to many, but you are my strong refuge. Let my mouth be filled with your praise and with your honor all the day. Do not cast me off in the time of old age. Do not forsake me when my strength fails. For my enemies speak against me, and those who lay wait for my soul take counsel together, saying, God has forsaken him, pursue and take him, for there is none to deliver him. O God, do not be far from me, O my God, make haste to help me. Let them be confounded and consumed who are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor who seek my hurt. But I will hope continually, and will yet praise you more and more. My mouth shall tell of your righteousness and your salvation all the day. For I do not know their number. I will go in the strength of the Lord God. I will make mention of your righteousness, even of yours only. O God, you have taught me from my youth, and until now I have declared your wondrous works. Now also when I am old and grey-headed, O God, do not forsake me, until I have declared your strength to this generation, and your power to everyone who is to come. Your righteousness also, O God, is very high. You who have done great things, O God, who is like you? You who have shown me great and severe troubles shall revive me again, and shall bring me up again from the depths of the earth. You shall increase my greatness, and comfort me on every side. I will also praise you with the harp, even your truth, O my God. To you will I sing with the lyre, O Holy One of Israel. My lips shall greatly rejoice when I sing to you, and my soul which you have redeemed. My tongue also shall speak of your righteousness all the day long, for they are confounded, for they are brought to shame who seek my hurt. Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler, and from the deadly pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked, because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. They shall bear you up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent you shall trample underfoot. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him, and show him my salvation. Salvation. Psalm 103. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. He forgives all your iniquities. He heals all your diseases. He redeems your life from destruction. He crowns you with loving kindness and tender mercies. He satisfies your mouth with good things, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. The Lord executes righteousness and justice for all who are oppressed. He made known his ways to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in mercy. He will not always strive with us, nor will he keep his anger forever. He has not dealt with us according to our sins, nor rewarded us according to our iniquities. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. As a father has compassion on his children, so the Lord has compassion on those who fear him. For he knows our frame, he remembers that we are dust. As for man, his days are like grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourishes. For the wind passes over it, and it is gone, and its place remembers it no more. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting upon those who fear him, and his righteousness to children's children, to such as keep his covenant, and to those who remember his commandments to do them. The Lord has established his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. Bless the Lord, you his angels, who excel in strength, who do his word, heeding the voice of his word. Bless the Lord, all you his hosts, you ministers of his, who do his pleasure. Bless the Lord, all his works in all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Psalm 104. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, you are very great, you are clothed with honor and majesty. He covers himself with light, as with a garment. He stretches out the heavens like a curtain. He lays the beams of his upper chambers in the waters. He makes the clouds his chariot. He walks upon the wings of the wind. He makes his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. He laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be moved forever. You covered it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. At your rebuke they fled. At the voice of your thunder they hastened away. They went up over the mountains. They went down through the valleys to the place which you founded for them. You have set a boundary that they may not pass over, that they may not return to cover the earth. He sends the springs into the valleys. They flow among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The wild donkeys quench their thirst. By them the birds of the heavens have their habitation. They sing among the branches. He waters the mountains from his upper chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of your works. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle, and vegetation for the service of man, that he may bring forth food from the earth, and wine that makes glad the heart of man, oil to make his face shine, and bread which strengthens man's heart. The trees of the Lord are full of sap, the cedars of Lebanon which he has planted, where the birds make their nests. The stork has her home in the fir trees. The high mountains are for the wild goats. The rocks are a refuge for the rock badgers. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knows its going down. You make darkness, and it is night, in which all the beasts of the forest creep forth. The young lions roar after their prey, and seek their food from God. The sun rises, they gather themselves together, and lie down in their dens. Man goes forth to his work and to his labour until the evening. O Lord, how manifold are your works! In wisdom you have made them all. The earth is full of your riches. So is this great and wide sea, in which are innumerable creeping things, both small and great beasts. There go the ships, there is that Leviathan whom you have made to play in it. These all wait upon you, that you may give them their food in due season. You give it to them, they gather it. You open your hand, they are filled with good. You hide your face, they are troubled. You take away their breath, they die and return to their dust. You send forth your spirit, they are created, and you renew the face of the earth. The glory of the Lord shall endure forever. The Lord shall rejoice in his works. He looks on the earth, and it trembles. He touches the mountains, and they smoke. I will sing to the Lord as long as I live. I will sing praise to my God while I have my being. My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord. Let sinners be consumed from the earth, and let the wicked be no more. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Praise the Lord. Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from where comes my help. My help comes from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. He will not allow your foot to be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. Indeed, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your soul. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Psalm 127. Unless the Lord builds the house, they labour in vain who build it. Unless the Lord keeps the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he gives his beloved sleep. Indeed, children are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. As arrows are in the hand of a warrior, so are the children of one's youth. Happy is the man who has his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed when they speak with their enemies in the gate. Psalm 139. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know my sitting down and my rising up. You understand my thought afar off. You scrutinize my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways, for there is not a word on my tongue. But behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You have hedged me behind and before, and laid your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. Where can I go from your spirit? Or where can I flee from your presence? If I ascend into heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, behold, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning, and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Indeed, the darkness shall not hide from you, but the night shines as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to you, for you have formed my inward parts. You have covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvellous are your works, and that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you, when I was made in secret, and skilfully wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Your eyes saw my substance, being yet unformed, and in your book all my days were written, before any of them came to be. How precious also are your thoughts to me, O God, how great is the sum of them. If I should count them, they would be more in number than the sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Surely you will slay the wicked, O God. Depart from me, you bloodthirsty men, for they speak against you wickedly, and your enemies take your name in vain. Do I not hate those, O Lord, who hate you? And am I not grieved with those who rise up against you? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them my enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts, and see if there is any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting.